Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a really fun video where today we are going to be installing a front mounted intake on my BMW F10 535i. Let's get straight into this. Yes, a front-mounted intake for the F10 535i. Finally, we're gonna be getting some really nice cold air. The intake is gonna sit right here behind this passenger side grille, passenger side here in America, and it's gonna go right here and it's going to go down straight to the turbo. And this is from today's sponsor, BimmerHaus Performance. I want to thank Dan at BimmerHaus Performance for sending this out to me to make a video for all of y'all to see just how cool these intakes really are. He makes them all in-house, he makes everything, and it is awesome, the work that he does, the quality that he does. And by the way, this is not going to be a biased video, this is going to be my honest and open opinions, but he sent out the intake for me to review on the channel so that all y'all can see just how cool these really are. Oh, and also, it's been dyno proven, just the intake, to get you 20 horsepower, just the intake. So I'm gonna open this up, quick little unboxing, and then we're gonna see how to install it on the F10 535i. The links to his Instagram and YouTube will be in the description below. Go check him out on Instagram and YouTube. He makes some really awesome products, like I said, for a lot of different BMWs. BimmerHaus Performance, go check him out. All right, so like I said, quick little unboxing. I've already opened up the box, but I haven't seen what's inside, except for this, the receipt. BimmerHaus Performance will give you a full quality control checklist of everything that they have and make sure that everything is fitment checked correctly and properly. That is really nice attention to detail, making sure that everything will fit properly. Of course, you got the list of the parts that it brings, and he has all of his socials here, his signature. This is really nice. I love how professional this is, how peace of mind it really gives you, knowing that he checked everything for you himself personally before sending it out to you. All right, let's see what's inside. A lot of paper, but we also got BimmerHaus Performance stickers. I love stickers. I love stickers. I'm gonna put these somewhere for sure. We have some piping. I'm gonna have to rewatch the videos. He has a few videos on YouTube explaining where each part goes and how they go. Very nice. This feels nice. All right, we got some hoses. We got our, I believe, the T-map sensor extension, because obviously now everything is gonna be way underneath the engine instead of on top, so we need to extend it a little bit. We got some more hoses. Very nice, very nice. Clamps, which by the way, he claims that you don't technically need to use clamps on these fittings because they're actually fitted so well, you don't really need clamps, and they're pulled in by vacuum. It's not, you know, positive pressure, it's vacuum pressure. But I might still run them just for ease of, or peace of mind, I should say. And look at this. This is the turbo inlet pipe. This goes right on the turbo. 3D printed, very nice. You can see his logo right there, BimmerHaus Performance. And this is a nice little system to make sure that you know that this is for this. This goes on the turbo stud, and this just locks in place. Basically, this whole kit just opens up, you know, your diameter of your tubing and everything, and decreases the length of it, so you get colder air faster, sooner, and more of it. And that's how he gets 20 horsepower from just the intake, which is mind-blowing. So right now, I am stage 2 on the F10 535i. Let's see how it feels and of course sounds with this. We got some more tubing, some really big, nice, beefy tubing. I guess this is already in, so we'll leave that in. And look at this. I believe for the T-map and the mass airflow sensor, I could be wrong. I have to rewatch the videos to make sure, because this is a really, I have to be honest, a pretty in-depth install, and I don't want to mess anything up, and I want to make sure everything and every sensor goes in the right spot. So don't quote me on the names of the sensors that I'm naming, but everything just feels really nice. I just like the quality. It feels nice and substantial, and like, look at this fitment. I can't even remove it. I don't think I'll be needing a clamp for that. Everything is very nicely made, and it feels very solid. And here is the fun part. Look at this intake, BimmerHaus Performance. Very nice. I love the blue, and it's gonna complement the blue accents that I have already on the car very nicely. I may remove the sock just for aesthetics. I kind of like how the bare filter looks, and water isn't really gonna be an issue because the amount of water that might get in here with rain is just not gonna be substantial at all. Besides, people already, you know, they use meth injection to get water in the turbo. If I remove the sock and it starts raining, it's gonna be fine. But I will remove this to see what it looks like, because I really am excited. I want to see what that looks like. And as for the unboxing, that's it. Quick little unboxing. Now let's start removing the OEM intake and getting this thing on. In a few videos, I'll get a whole video on just how it sounds, performance, statistics, everything. But what you should know right now is that Dan from BimmerHaus Performance has seen on a few cars up to 20 horsepower and 40 foot-pounds of torque gain, just this intake, no tune. I'm very excited. I hope you all are too. Stick around to the end to see what it looks like. Now, we will probably as well need to jack up the car to get underneath, obviously because the turbo is on the bottom. We may have to remove the sway bar and move the water pump around. We'll see when we get there, but Dan recommended that I do that, so we'll see. So I'm not gonna remove the entire system right now. I'm only gonna remove the parts down there at the bottom and at the end where it might interfere with the new one. Just in case, you know, it doesn't go to plan, I'll just keep everything there and I'll start moving, you know, the necessary bits. I lied. I might take this out. Alright, so I'm underneath the car right now, and I have the huge pan cover thing, this whole thing that I gotta remove. So I'm gonna remove this whole thing, and then we can finally, you know, maybe start seeing the turbo and seeing what we have to start doing. Alright, so here's where I'm at right now. I have successfully removed everything up here, the whole system up here. And I've removed the stock inlet pipe, but it's stuck here and I cannot get it out. No matter what I do, no matter how I try, no matter how I move it around, this will not come out. So I'm thinking of either removing just the intercooler pipe if I can, or removing the fan, which is quite an involved process to remove the fan, but at least that will give me more access to remove the turbo outlet pipe to the intercooler, because right now I just don't have room. This will not come out no matter what I do. It's stuck in there. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that out, either by removing the fan or just the intercooler pipe, or both. Alright, so I've actually just removed this without removing the fan or anything. All I did was bend this heat shield. All I did was just bend it back a little bit, and it allowed enough room for this to come right out. So that's out. Let's compare this one, the stock one, to the new BimmerHaus Performance one. So here's the stock inlet pipe. You can see it's pretty small and pretty thin. And here is the new BimmerHaus Performance one. You can see the difference in the diameter. The inner diameter is a lot wider for more airflow, obviously. And then of course this, look at how, you know, compressed and small this is. This is going to be changing with this. It's not even a contest, honestly. Like it's pretty ridiculous how much more airflow we're gonna get with the BimmerHaus Performance one than the stock one. So the only thing I'm worried about right now is putting this back in. Might be a bit of a pain, but I will persevere and I will try my very best. But look at that, guys. Look at the difference. This is gonna look so good. It's gonna feel great. It's gonna sound amazing. I'm so excited. Nothing left to do but to do it, I guess. Let's put this thing on. All right. I have just successfully put the new inlet pipe in. You really can't see it, but it's right here, and I'm going to screw this down now. I did it from underneath, actually, without having to remove anything, which is very surprising, actually. But I'm thinking of maybe removing it and putting it back on, this time with the new tubes, so that this way I can actually, you know, make it fit correctly and get everything in correctly, you know, without having to like fight for it again. So maybe I'll do that. Who knows? I'll see about that right now. So we have this so far. I have finally managed to fish this thing on this tube onto the inlet pipe. All I did basically is, first of all, let me say one thing really quickly. Dan from BimmerHaus Performance is such a great guy. He's such an awesome guy. He has been helping me throughout this install the entire time on Instagram. We've been DMing back and forth. I've been asking him for some advice, and he's been replying quickly with all the tips. What a great guy, honestly, guys. If you want an intake for your F10 535i, or honestly a lot of cars now that he offers for BMWs, check him out. He's a really cool guy, and he's been helping me non-stop throughout this entire thing. And because of him, I was able to finally get this on. Basically, I put the inlet pipe on the turbo without bolting it, and then I fished this on with a bunch of WD-40, and I literally doused the interior and exterior in WD-40 so that it could slip through all of these, you know, areas like the head and everything, and then that way it would slip in and slip on, and it's in. It's finally in, and it is very nice and secure, and it's on. This was the hardest part of the install, I have to say, and Dan agrees with me that this is the hardest part, getting the inlet pipe on, and then this tube onto the inlet pipe. It's the trickiest and the dirtiest. I mean, this is pretty crazy. I've washed my hands like 5 times since starting this one step, but it is what it is. It's on, and now we can finally continue putting on all the other tubes. And like I said, you don't really need to use the clamps, but I'm going to use them just for peace of mind. And so now here's where it gets interesting. On the left side of this grill, on the passenger side grill in America, there is a little door that I have to remove and open up. And some say I also have to use a heat gun to help open the hole for this tube right here to fit, because this tube is the one that will go through this little door and will hold the filter right here behind the grill. So this will go through a little hole in the side of the grill, and I'll show you guys where it is right now. So I hate doing this because it was a pain to put these on, but I gotta remove this grill. All right, so real quickly, what are some benefits of having this? Well, we all know that the route that the OEM 535i intake takes is really unnecessarily complicated. It goes around the right side, it goes over the back, and it goes towards the front. With this, it completely eliminates all of that. It's a bit of a relocation. You may have seen the MST relocation kit, which puts the filter over here on the left side. However, that still uses the factory turbo inlet, which is very thin and very crooked and cramped and not that good at all, and it's a cheap plastic, and we all know BMW's plastics are not that great at all. So what this does that the MST doesn't, or that any other brand does, is it completely goes all the way to the turbo. We remove the turbo inlet pipe and we replace it with a wider one, a more straight one, and a better quality one. The diameter is the main thing. We're gonna get way more airflow, thicker airflow, fuller airflow, and of course it's gonna be way colder since it's gonna be way in the front of the car, right behind the grills. This is a complete game changer, and no one else has been able to replicate this like BimmerHaus Performance has. And so as you can see, I've actually skipped a bit of filming because my camera just was not recording for some reason. I don't know why, but you can see right here what I was talking about. I removed the grill and I opened up a little hole, the little door that was right there. I opened it up, and with a small saw, I actually had to cut open just a little bit more to allow some more clearance for this tube to go through. It's quite hard to show you, and I can't really show you that well, but you can see everything is in as far as you guys have seen. This piece is on, and I have clamped everything up here, at least what I can access. Again, you don't need the clamps, but it's better to have them rather than not. But everything looks good. Everything is seated right. I have my 90-degree here. I have my long straight one right here, and all the tubes have been connected. Everything is nice and routed underneath this engine cover. I've actually had to cut it out a little bit just to modify it a little bit so that this would fit nice and neatly with this still on. I wanted to keep some of the OEM-ish look with this on, but you can't really tell if this is here unless you notice that's there, because, you know, if you don't know, then you don't know. I've used some clamps just to attach and securely fasten all of these hoses, these two hoses right here. Mass airflow sensor, everything is nice and secured in there. Everything is just where it has to be. It took me quite a while actually to find a way to route all of these. If I take this cover off, you can see where I've routed everything. Over here from the charge pipe, this T right here, I had to connect this hose and send it through the stock-ish route. Actually, it fits quite well through the stock line. It ends up right here and it looks great. This one, the crankcase ventilation, I had to cut this off. It was already broken anyway, actually, so it was quite convenient for me. I had to cut this off, break it off, and then attach this over to this little connector right here. It was a bit of a hassle to get at first, but once I got it on, it stayed on very nicely. I didn't really need this clamp, like I said, but I put it on just for peace of mind. There's a little bit of a bend here. I'm not too worried about it. In the future, I'll move it around and see if I can adjust it and make it work a little bit better. But right now, it's awesome. I went for a long drive. Touching this is cold. That's amazing. That the engine is hot. It's very hot. It's way past, not past, but it's at operating temperature. I've been driving it for a while, and this is still cold. And it's right next to the engine. That is a testament to just how awesome this filter really is. Because, I mean, clearly, you get the best air right here. The coldest air right here, all the way through here. You can see the tube underneath the hood latch, and it goes there, bends there, and then it takes a left right there, past the intercooler pipe right there. You might not be able to see it, but it's there, and there is the inlet pipe, which you can absolutely barely see. Take my word for it, it sounds amazing, and it drives amazing. The butt dyno, it tells me there's more power. It's torquier. It just breathes better. The car just feels more alive. It really does. And like I said, this is not a biased review. Even though I'm sponsored by BimmerHaus Performance for this video, it's awesome. It really is. I love it. I'm so pleased with it. It looks awesome. It sounds awesome. Removes unnecessary, you know, whatever weight you can say, I guess, in plastic tubes. And the main thing is, of course, it makes your car more powerful. Dyno proven. That's the thing. It's dyno proven. Multiple cars, multiple engines. It's been proven. And the fit and finish of the parts, like I've said before, are unreal. Everything fits and slides into place perfectly. Just the right amount of friction. Everything is awesome. I love it. The extension, of course, for the T-Map sensor. We routed it along here behind this and all the way here. We zip tied it to this because why not? And it looks awesome. Everything about this kit is well done. It's well researched and it's just done correctly. So it looks to me as if we are done. You can see here, I did not use the sock because I kind of wanted to go the stealthy route with the blue. Just a little bit of blue here, just like there's a little bit of blue there. A nice little combination, but you can see just how awesome that looks. That looks so aggressive. You can see it through the grills. If this was behind me, I would be a little bit scared. It looks amazing, and of course, it sounds amazing. And so now, let's take a quick, very quick little sneak peek at how this thing sounds. But unfortunately, I cannot show you the entire sound right now. I can't show you, you know, a full detailed review of the sound because that's gonna be for a future video. So if you guys wanna watch that, make sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to get notified whenever that video releases and all other future videos. It really helps my channel and it helps make more videos. But I guess for this video, that's it. Just a quick little install, you know, well, I say quick for you install. I hope y'all enjoyed and I hope y'all had as much fun watching this as I did installing this. Thank you again to BimmerHaus Performance. Link to their YouTube, Instagram, and website in the description. If you guys want to snatch up one of these, get one through the link in the description. Trust me, you won't regret it. It's awesome. I love mine. But thank you everyone so much for watching and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Take care.